Hey everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Together we are.
KK Crochet.
And she likes to pick, in case you all don't know it. I'm sitting here waiting to start, and she's just looking at me laughing. I said, hit the button. Oh, she got problems. All right. So, anyway, one of them's her mother.
I gave you a look that said that exactly.
Anyway, today is day 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to show you a project that I finished. Since I finished all the blankets, I've said this before, but I keep saying it. For those of you who are working on blankets or long-term projects, sweaters, whatever it may be, and you're like, oh, I'm so tired of this. Take a break. Do something small in between. I didn't do much of that. I got to about October and said, I got to finish these blankets. I got to finish these blankets. And those blankets about put me in a crazy house. So, really, not really, but you really need to, they did drive me a little bit nuts though, didn't they? Just a little bit. Yeah. They about put me in the doctor's office because I tried to get too much done at one time. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So now that I roll the eyes, they're going to get stuck that way. They freeze that way. That's what our parents used to tell us. That was your face, but your eyes too. So Santa's not coming to see her. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Y'all remember those ventriloquist dolls? This has nothing to do with this, but remember the ventriloquist dolls that used to be in the Sears and Roebuck catalog? There was like Howdy Doody, and you could stick your hand up in there and make their head turn and all that. She rolls them eyes and it reminds me of like Jeff Dunham's characters. Their eyes. Anyway, so I told you earlier in another video that someone had requested that I make a bow pillow. So a pillow that looks like a hair bow, like the triangles on both ends and the wrap around the middle. Yeah, that. Words, shapes, math. Yeah. So I told them that they needed to buy the yarn, and then I said, well, I have the white yarn. You just need to buy the red. And they hadn't gotten it to me yet, but I was looking it up and trying to figure out, you know how people just send you a picture. And so I'm looking at the picture. I'm looking at videos on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And I will link a video that is kind of what I loosely based doing this pillow on. There is no set tried and true thing because every pillow form is a different size. And so you have to try and do different. Now, I will show you mine and then I'll talk about what she said. So here's mine. Here it is. They wanted the candy cane stripe. And that's what it is. And the pillow was like 12 by 18, I think. Mm-hmm. It looks off center. If I had to go back and do it again, which hopefully I don't have to, but if I have to do another one to match, this beginning chain I would do with a bigger hook because it's tight. You know, where you start your chain is always a little tighter. And so I would start with a bigger hook and then do a smaller hook after. But I didn't have enough red to do the front and back, so the back is white, which I kind of like that if it wasn't for this janky seam right here that looks like what we call the San Andreas fault up the middle. Yeah, I really don't like that. I did the best I could, but you're skipping over white yarn with red yarn unless you leave tails, and yeah, I didn't. Oh, I had some, but they weren't long enough, so yeah, that's my nasty sew together seam in the back. And you can't take the pillow out of this one. I was not about to try and figure that out. My son was like, I thought you'd fix it so it could come out. Nope. Nope. Nope, not my thing. So that's the pillow. It looks bigger. I don't know. Again, with this one side that is tighter than the other side. But there it is. And I will put the pattern, the video that I looked at down below. It helped me figure out that these were half double crochets because I was looking at hers and then looking at what those were like. I can't remember how she did hers, but I did mine in rows of threes. So 3 rows of red, 3 rows of white. And this is in 2 red, 2 white, 2 red, 2 white, 2 red. And on her, she was talking about how that you have to make your chain shorter than the pillow or it will grow and get bigger than your pillow is. Now, the pillow is right here. So it's just, to me, the growth was where I sewed it together. Because I think she slip stitched hers together. I'm not sure. And I single crocheted around mine because I wanted it to be more defined. I didn't want the slip stitch. And so I single crocheted around 3 sides and then put the pillow insert in and then single crocheted the rest of it. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not thrilled with it, but I also don't like to make these kind of things. And so I only made it because, somebody asked, and if somebody asks again, I'm probably not going to. So I don't like to make home decor like that. I don't mind to make a pillow, but that's the second time in a year. Was it a year when I made the
Yeah, I
owls?
think so.
Maybe two. I had somebody ask for an owl decor, and they wanted a pillow, but they chose, I can't remember whose it is, but somebody had these almost like a granny square that looked like an owl, and they were all over the place, and there was this huge beautiful blanket, and I think they had asked me about doing that, and I said no, that's not happening. And she said, well, what about if you just did one panel and you did a pillow? And so I did that and put the pillow insert in it. I just don't enjoy doing that kind of stuff. It's not my thing. I didn't mind as much this time doing the back and forth. I always talk about on um, blankets how I don't like the back and forth rows. That's why I do corner to corner. Doing the half double crochet in this made the reason I don't like doing that is because my seams are always wonky up the side. And I know there's all kinds of ways to fix it. Use a stitch marker. Do a different kind of start when you start instead of a chain two. I've done the stacked single crochet to make the double crochet. I've done all that stuff. I still don't like it. I'm just not happy with it. This, of course, got covered up by the single crochet up and down the side. But the half double crochet did leave a cleaner edge. So I am happy with that. I don't care for half double crochet. I just don't. I've said that. I didn't mind it in this pillow. It was not that difficult. I think I chained 62 across. So, and then went into the third stitch of the hook. So, and this I think I did 52 and did the third stitch from the hook. So it wasn't nearly as bad as far as going back and forth and that kind of thing. I didn't mind it too much, and it took me a couple of days off and on because I had to do the panel separate and then do the band separate and then put it all together. So yeah, and of course it was much easier to do the white panel because you're not cutting off and restarting and all that. You just go back and forth. So yep, that's the finished pillow for Christmas. I will leave a link down below in case that's something you want to do for a gift. It would be cute, like in a dorm or something, if you had somebody who, just starting out and wanted those kind of decorations. They wouldn't last 2 seconds in my house with all that white. I'm just telling you, I know that. And so yeah, and we're not that kind of frou-frou kind of. I don't know if it's frou-frou, but we're just not that kind of thing to have the decor, the crocheted pillows and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I don't like to make them. And my dog would think it was a chew toy and it would be gone. So, yeah, it is what it is. He's still a puppy. So, all right, so let's do our Christmas Advent, our Kindness Advent, and our Christmas Trivia. Let's start with trivia. So, how long does it take a tree to reach the average Christmas tree height? How long does it take a tree to reach the average Christmas tree height? What do you think?
14 years.
That's a pretty good guess, but not right. All right. So our kindness advent of the day says create a blessing box in your neighborhood. So if you don't know what a blessing box is, a blessing box, to say it 10 times fast, is a box where we're at. They're made out of wood and they stand up on a pole, like they build, they put a pole in the ground, they attach the box to it, and it has an open door on it you can open, and behind it has shelves in it, and you can put like cans of food, gloves, hats, whatever somebody might need who is out and homeless, like little snack packs of crackers and stuff, whatever. And so we have several of those in our area, so you could create a blessing box, or if you don't have those in your area, you can create a blessing bag, a pack of what we call nabs, the little crackers, maybe a Slim Jim, a bottle of water, maybe a flavor packet for the bottle, and just you could even put $5 in there if you wanted to, and put a hat and a scarf in there. And so when you come to those people out on the streets that have the signs that say that they're homeless or that they need help or whatever, you can hand this to them. And somebody who's walking in the middle of the night or something, or not, don't do it in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day, and who's walking down the street and you can tell that they need help, you can hand them a blessing bag, and you'll be a blessing to them and it'll be a blessing to you. So That's a good way. That's a good thing to do. So that is day number 11. And that's all we have for today. You got anything?
Have a blessed day.
Even though she's about ready to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Don't forget to be kind because
You don't know anybody else's journey.
Bye.
Bye, guys.